All right, so I want to break this down really quickly for you guys because this is a beautiful setup and something that I've been really kind of focused on looking for and really just got my mind set on right now. And that's really just the overall idea of the Vwap getting reclaimed, turning into support, and then going to the moon. Breaking this move down here right now. Trading the futures, looking at the SPY. I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm looking at and all of that fun stuff right here in this video. So make sure you guys stay tuned. What's going on, guys? So this morning, or what is it, 10:30 now, we had this beautiful breakout. We got back above the Vwap, and we had some resistance here. You can see this overall pattern. I'm going to show you my entry really quickly because I got in right here at the 140 area, and you're going to know why I got in there here in a second. But you can see this overall trend up, turning green again, and then rallying above that resistance there at the 150 area. So that was what I was looking for, my overall move, my plan. But what I want to show you guys here is on the SPY, why I was looking at that Vwap and all of that. So let me see if I can pull it up here. All right, so now we're looking here at the SPY on this chart. And the reason that I like the SPY is just because I like to see correlations. I like to see the ETFs. I like to see the NASDAQ. I like to see everything kind of in correlation. And as you can see here, look at this. It sold off this morning from the 315 area, sold off down there to the 312s, and then bounced back. And that's what we like to see. We like to see that bounce back to that Vwap. Now, one thing that would have made this a totally different trade, this would have been totally different if one thing would have happened here other than the other. If something would have happened different than what did happen. So as you can see here, this is the Vwap, the blue line. This is the middle Vwap. This is the actual Vwap. That blue line is what we were watching. Now, when I saw that reclaim, we bounced strong above that Vwap there, right? We really squeezed above that Vwap there. And at that point, I'm like, okay, cool. We're squeezing above this. This is the 5-minute chart. This is a 5-minute candle, 5-minute candle, 5-minute candle. So these are 15 minutes right there on those three candles there, if that makes sense, right? So we break above. We kind of touch back down. And then that 15-minute candle closes. And guess where that 15-minute candle closes? It closes right there above that Vwap. And as you can see, if I go back over here onto the 15-minute chart, that 15-minute candle closed above the Vwap twice, but that was really what we were looking for, this candle right here. I don't know why these things get so big and then so small. As you can see, we close above the Vwap. We turn that Vwap into support. That's my entry. I jump in there, and look at this squeeze above that resistance there at the 315s. And that's why I really, really love this setup here, this idea of looking for the Vwap to get reclaimed after we lost that Vwap. We lost the support there. We sell off, but we bounce back. Now, like I said, there was two outcomes to this trade. If this would have pushed up to the Vwap there at the 314 area and got stuck there and then started to roll off, then obviously I would look for a short opportunity. But instead, as we broke above that Vwap, we broke it strong. Okay, cool. Now, I don't want to buy here. I don't want to just buy. I want to wait for that pullback, right? I want to wait for the pullback, clearly. So we get that pullback to the 314 area, which was the Vwap here on the chart. So now you guys can see 314 area, that 3,140 area is the key area that we were watching. We got above that. We turned that into support there on the SPY. So now I go back over here onto my Optimus Flow platform here. And as you can see, guess what? We squeeze up there. That was the top of that candle there on that 15-minute chart. That was the top there that we saw how this squeezed above that 140 area. Let me make zoom in a little bit more for you guys. So we squeezed above. And what do we know? What do we always know about when the market makes these big moves to the upside? That there's going to be a good chance that this is going to pull back and then retest that previous resistance or support. And that's what we got. Look, a little bit more of a pullback here. I got my stop basically right on this last candle, on this last contract there at the 145 area. Might see if this is going to squeeze up here off of that kind of retest of that support here at the 145 area. But in general, like I said, we've got that pullback here. We pull back that 140 area was that VWAP area that we were watching. We get the pullback, and then we rallied off of there. I jump in for that break back above 140 here, and squeeze all the way up there to the 155. So beautiful move here. And like I said, very simple strategy, very simple idea. Buying that reclaim of the VWAP. We reclaim the VWAP. We jump back above it. We squeeze. But like I said, you don't want to just jump in right away there. I'm not just like, hey, I want to get in on the first candle that shows strength. I want to wait for that VWAP to get reclaimed, turn that VWAP into support, which it ended up doing here at the 140 area on the SPY like we saw. We got that reclaim there at the 140. Like I said, that 314 area was the VWAP there. We reclaimed that support, and then we rallied and squeezed up above that resistance there at the 140 area. And that's textbook, baby, textbook right there. And you can see beautiful move back up there to the 140s now. Let's see if this is going to bounce from here, find some support. Looking a little overextended there on the SPY right now, so this could sell a little bit more here and get back down, maybe kind of consolidate here for a little bit. Maybe consolidate kind of in this area, that previous resistance. Again, guess what? Guess what we got? This is what I love when you make these videos. That previous resistance there, 147, 148 area, that previous resistance is now turning into support, right? Break above that resistance strong. We pull back. Now we look for consolidate. If it's bullish, if this is a strong bullish move, we get that break over that resistance there at the 150s. We get a little bit of a pullback back to that previous resistance, turn that resistance into support, and then make the next leg higher from there. And again, all goes back to the idea of looking for that VWAP to get reclaimed. The VWAP gets reclaimed. We get the indicator. We get the idea of getting in there at that point. And it's off to the races. And as you can see, the SPY squeezing up there above the 150s. Right now, looking a little, let's see, get over that 149 here. Get back above the 50s, 15 area. Right now, the SPY holding that 315 area. So looking like she might want to get going back one more time here. Get above the 150s again. I might look to take the profit here at 151 if we get up there one more time. Let's see if we can get that 10 handles. I'm kind of trying, not that I'm limiting myself, but I'm kind of like, if I can get my 10 handles for the day, especially on a Friday right now, if I can get my 10 handles, I can walk away, greens. I'm just going to move my stop up here to move my stop to the 48s. Might get stopped out here, but still pretty darn close to my 10 handles. I guess I was almost there. We were so close, but yet so far. Let's see if we get up in the 151s here. Look at that 10 handle move from the 41s. Already took most of my profit up above the 50s here, but looking to see if this last contract can pay us 10 handles as well. My entry here is 41.50, so let's see, 51s, 51.50 coming up here. Let's see if she'll squeeze one more time here, one more time. Yeah, I got 51.25, so almost 10 handles, but still locking down that profit, that simple idea. This setup is not always going to happen. It's not always going to be, every single day you're going to have this perfect setup like that. But when these setups happen, it's time to rock and roll. It's time to make some money. And now pushing up there to the 51.75, the high of this candle, 52. So we got our 10 handles. There's a good chance this is probably going to want to retest that VWAP at some point today. So again, that's why I'm not too worried about the pullback. But there might be a pullback, maybe back down to the 314.40 area. But again, I love to see this type of setup because we got like this resistance there at the 315s. We get a nice sell-off there. That sell-off really kind of resets the buyers because everybody kind of, if they're taking profit there, if the sellers are stacking up there, and we get this type of sell-off where kind of just everyone, kind of resets and they kind of wait for that next move. When that move comes like this, when you get that move back over the VWAP, we use that VWAP as support there. When all that's starting to set up, that's why you get these types of big moves like this. This is why you get a big move breakout like that, because everyone's kind of waiting after this type of big drop like that, everyone's kind of waiting to see which way the direction is going to go. And we got that obvious direction. Once we get that, you know, this is a 15-minute candle. Once that 15-minute candle is closing above that VWAP like that, you know, obviously it closed here on this candle, but when it's closing, ding, 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 getting multiple closures there above that VWAP, it kind of signals to everyone to buy, 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 and go, go, go to the moon. So there it is. The simple, very simple strategy. This is the SPY that we're looking at. This can work with almost every single stock. When you get these sell-offs below the VWAP and you get a reclaim, when you reclaim that VWAP like that so strong, especially look at the bottom of this candle. Look at this wick, right? This is all this wick from the 312 right back up there. It opens here at the 314s. It loses that support. It sells off. It bounces back. It closes above that VWAP. Strength, baby. That's strength. That's what we want to see. That reclaim of that VWAP. Very, very simple strategy. This can be applied to all types of different trading, all types of different symbols and tickers and all that. So there it is. Breaking it down for you guys. If you haven't already, do me one big favor. Hit that like button, subscribe button, all the buttons down below.